Hey now, I don't know if this is gonna blip or anything. Uh, this is a Pappy's Dirty Kitchen, yeah, review of music and entertainment and everything of the Montsweag Farm on Route 1, Wiscasset, Maine, the place to be. Big Al, we're all gonna miss you. If you don't know, Big Al friggin' uh, Big Al's. Route 1, Wiscasset, the place to be. Closed down, and pretty much because there's like $2 store type thingies on the other side of the highway in close proximity to each other. Uh, Wait a minute. What is going on? Somebody fucking with my shit? Alright, it says frame rate is too low. I don't know what's going on, man. But anywho's, yeah, the Montsweag. Friggin', my review is I'm gonna start it off with walking in. They had a little like bridge over a ravine, walking bridge, and everything. You wouldn't want to put a wheelchair on there, Steve, if you know what I'm talking about, powered or not. The friggin' level, the pitch or whatever, the elevation or whatever, not even close to groovy on either side of this bridge, walking bridge, not groovy. Yeah, especially for hammered people or old people. My dad's 90 and he agreed with me. I was hammered. He was 90. Nah, but anyways, he was driving, which we discussed. Is that really a big deal? Except for, oh yeah, that's right. If you go across the line a bunch of times, you get pulled over. You're just 90. Man, friggin', if I do it, man, friggin', I'm hammered. I go to jail. You know. But anywho's, uh, we go to the Montsweag and we get in there, and I'm doing the open mic there, and I set up a friggin' stand uh, with my camera off way out of the way, and I don't know, some dude hassled me about my equipment or whatever that I brought in. He goes, "Hi, I'm Andy, I think, or David, I can't remember." And he hassled me about my equipment that I set right there or whatever. You got to move that. And I said, "Well, is somebody going to tell us where we're going to sit? You know, is somebody going to tell us where we're going to sit? Where's our table? What's going on here? And it's open mic or whatever." But I don't know. It was weird, you know. So, anyways, we got situated, and right before playing or whatever, they said you got to tear down your camera. And I said, "Why?" And they said it's a tripping hazard. And I don't know. I don't know if you can see this. I said, "Dude, I don't trip anymore because I wear Crocs and they're not laced." And he goes, "No, it's more of a drunken tripping hazard or whatever." And it was way off. I mean, what kind of fucking. And it seemed like a nice place. They were hazing me. It was weird. It was weird. But, anyways, they moved it behind the stage. Oh, by the way, the stage was like 3 foot by 6. 3 foot by 6. Seriously. Yeah. No, 3 by 8, maybe? 3 by 8? I don't know. I don't know. I just swear it was 3 by 6. Friggin', why does this keep coming up? Action. The current rate is too low. Please set the frame rate to 15 by 60 FPS. And this is on you, Facebook. Why do I have to set it? Wait a minute. Settings? Yeah. How do I set the frame rate? What are you talking about? Anyways, back to my story. Stupid fake bug. Friggin'. I performed, and during the before the performance, friggin', we finally got a menu and everything, and holy shaving cream, $42 for a dozen oysters, bub. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know what it's like to order oysters at a place. And I said, well, what do you got for friggin' hot sauce? And she goes, she said all this fancy shit. And I was like, no, no, no. I'm talking about hot sauce. She goes, oh, we have Tabasco. And I'm like, that's all you got. You don't have any sriracha. And fucking, I was like, wait a minute, $42 for a dozen? Friggin', uh, and I was like, I said to myself, Self, they're a buck a piece to the guy like me just going into the friggin' mongers. A buck a piece. And she said they were from fucking West Bath or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, fucking, yeah. We were pretty close to West Bath. It makes sense. Eh? You know? Yeah. You know? So anyways, friggin', I told Dad, I said, please, can we order? Are you hungry? He goes, yeah, I'm hungry. I said, oh, okay, then order something. Because if this open mic is groovy, friggin', the way to support them is I'm supposed to bring fans. You're my fan. I didn't bring any other fans. And friggin', and they hope that these acts show up and everybody starts drinking when they play. But at the same time, if they suck or whatever, the people that like them or whatever are spending money, spending money on shit. And that makes sense. So I was like, Dad, So anyways, he's looking at the menu and I said, let me look at it. And I was like, hey, they got a haddock burger or whatever. He goes, how much is it? I said, I don't know. I don't see any prices. They just had 14. They had no dollar sign in front of any of their. And it was weird. I thought my eyesight isn't that groovy in that dim light and shit. I was like, I think they're saying it's like 1/4 or whatever or something, but I don't see a price. And then I looked back and I was like, oh, it's $14, but it doesn't have a dollar sign in it. It just says 14. Oh my gosh, I don't know about that place, but there was a lot of money floating around through there. I know there was. But anywho's, so he got the haddock burger. I suggested the haddock burger, and it came with fries or whatever, and a couple sauces or ketchup and a tartar sauce, and the fries are in this little steel basket, which is interesting, you know. Instead of on the plate, it's real fancy. I mean, the presentation is awesome. $14 for the haddock burger and everything, totally awesome. Friggin', so I was like, I said, Dad, I'm not really that hungry or anything. And I had ordered a margarita. She goes, you want something to drink? Dad said a Pepsi. They said, how about Coke? I personally hate that shit. You should have both. But anyways, I said, I'll take a margarita. And she goes, what kind of tequila do you want? And I said, the cheapest. Because I love my dad, and it's on his bill, And friggin', and we're just doing this to keep the friggin' open mic going as long as possible, if it's groovy. And friggin', yeah. So, that was a pause for station identification. Uh, so anyways, friggin', I ordered a cup of chowder because it was $6. And I was like, a clam chowder. And that's wicked Maine, right? And I ordered a cup of clam chowder. So anyways, I hadn't figured out when I was going on stage or this 3-foot by 8-foot stage or whatever. And I waited or whatever, and I talked with a few people and went out and smoked a cigarette and then came back in and everything. And then everything came, and Dad's haddock burger looked awesome. It was weird. Their tomato slices were on bottom, but they were about 3/4 of an inch thick. I said, Dad, you get a lot of tomato with that, aren't you? He was like, yeah. And then I get my Now this is a cup of chowder. All right, picture about half of this. I would call it an espresso cup, not a. But they didn't say. They just said a cup. They didn't say espresso cup or friggin' normal coffee cup or whatever. It was pretty much an espresso cup and friggin' clam chowder. Put it this way, if friggin' the crackers they gave me, if the cup was empty, I'm pretty sure there would be a substantial amount of fillage by the crackers uh, in the cup. Because it was overflowing when I put them all on there, and I was like, $6 fucking for this little thing? I'm definitely throwing all the fucking crackers on there. Because I didn't realize I was actually pretty much hungry. You know? But, anyways, uh, the band, or the players that were playing at that time, friggin', they, one of the guys said something about, he said he had the oysters, they were excellent, but he said something about the chowder was too garlicky, and I didn't catch it until we personally talked. And I'd only eaten friggin' like uh, like 2 bites of mine after he got off the 3 foot by 8 foot stage. I'm gonna stop with that stage, uh, and friggin' we discussed things and everything, and but this later, I'm getting it all confused, man. It was a good time. It was a good time. But anyways, Dad really enjoyed his haddock burger, except for the fries. He said they were more like chips. They were thin and fried and curled up. It was weird. It was weird, and they were in that little steel basket, which was excellent for decor or whatever, or presentation. But I said those are more like chips. You know, is that like fish and chips? And I thought chips were just fries. Those were actual chips. I don't know. I was confused. And it was $14. My $6. But anyway, back to the review of the chowder. Friggin', it had garlic in it, and too much. You couldn't taste any clam, or all you tasted was garlic. Definitely not a date friggin' type of thing, unless both of you get the espresso cup of chowder, or the espresso bowl, or whatever they got. Friggin', yeah, definitely not a date chowder. You know, is chowder dateable? I don't know. I really don't know. I think so in Maine, as long as you serve a friggin' mudslide. You know, you buy the old lady a mudslide and fucking, yeah. But yeah. Anywho's, I performed, and my camera went dead. And Sony, I'm calling you in the friggin' afternoon tomorrow. The afternoon. And ask you why the frig my friggin' camera has ruined 4 performances by the battery going dead. And it doesn't leave off where it went dead, like my previous Sony that was way cheaper than this fucking 4K thing. Friggin' whatever. Fuck it, it's Dirty Kitchen. And yeah. So anyways, I started off trying to do They're Gone that I wrote, because this was a songwriter's friggin' thing. They embrace original music, and I tried to start off with They're Gone, but I was playing the wrong. I wasn't prepared for this at all. I was just having fun, just floating along, man. Shaka, shaka, you know, and friggin' hanging 10, and so I was playing the wrong progression. And I sang the lyrics through it. Nobody knows, but not the whole song, just the very first verse. And I didn't go into the chorus. And then I realized what I was actually playing was another song that I wrote, which is With My Friends. And I played that, and during it, people were singing it, and friggin', it was cool. It was cool, man. I don't think I played that one out before. And to have that reaction, man, was really groovy. And then I played, what did I play? I went into Social Butterfly, which I wrote, into Fire on the Mountain. And then they were all singing that. And the dude afterwards that ran the part of the open mic, said, that was cool where you went into Fire on the Mountain or whatever. I said, well, I wrote the other songs. I didn't write that one in between. He goes, I know. You know, obviously, Fire on the Mountain. I said, I'm not Robert Hunter, you know, and Jerry. But, anyways, uh, so I did the Fire on Mountain, but in the middle of Fire on Mountain, towards in the second verse, the chick in charge of the open mic goes, and I'm like, ooh, time is limited. So I didn't do the third verse, and then I went into Misunderstood Blues by me. And I think this is where I kiboshed it. I said, my mom never dug this song or didn't like it when she heard it or whatever. And she said that I said act too much. And I love you, Mom, but, you know, friggin', yeah. And she might be right, you know, it's a song that I enjoy, but I didn't get as many claps on that one as, and the battery went dead, and I'm getting a headache right now, you know, yeah. Yeah, maybe it's not one of my better songs. But anywho's, so I did my performance and packed up or whatever, and Dad disappeared or whatever, and then he like the dude from Sneaky Sneaky with Adam Sandler, Sneaky Sneaky, yeah, I'm Sneaky Sneaky. He was right behind me and everything. And I was like, he goes, you want me to carry some stuff? I said, no, Dad, I got all of it. I'm a one-man show, man. And when we went out in the parking lot, he goes, yeah, somebody paid for our meal. And I was like, oh my gosh, Dad. Friggin' that really never happens with me. I always am like, I'm all that and a bag of chips. But I don't have the bag of chips. And it'd be nice if somebody gave me a bag of chips when I perform. You know, it doesn't have to happen. I can be all that and wish I had a bag of chips. You know? But anywho's, oh my gosh, they didn't pay the gas money. But, you know, my drink and cup of chowder and fucking Dad's haddock and everything, fucking, yeah. And the Pepsi that he had, or no, the Coke. No Pepsi. He wanted Pepsi. How about Coke? Well, I'm still an avid believer in having both. If you have $42 friggin' dozen oysters, have Coke and Pepsi for Pete's sake. You know? But anyways, friggin', that's pretty much where the bear pooped in the woods around here right now. And I hope you all, if I don't keep up with you over before the holidays or Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and whatever you celebrate this time of year, Festivus for the rest of us. Yeah, that's the 23rd, and I might chime in on the 23rd. But, yeah, this has been musical and restaurant review by Pappy's Dirty Kitchen. Yeah! All right, peace, people.